What's up everybody, Kinetic here, and welcome back to Dragon Age Inquisition. I've got kind of a precursor video here to show you guys. Before I actually show off my Pyro Necromancer build, I want to show you a really interesting trick that I found while experimenting and messing around with this Pyro Necromancer build. When I'm preparing to make a video, what I often do is I'm flipping games a lot, saving games, loading new games really quickly back and forth and stuff like that to test, for example, skill combinations. And one of the things that I found out is that while you are saving a game and reloading from the same spot, if you still have a spirit active at the time, and it happens to be a certain type of minion, then you can actually keep that as a permanent pet. It will no longer have a timer on it, it will just stay out with you indefinitely. Of course, the pets that we have for necromancers don't actually follow you, so you don't really have control over it so much, and in fact it's still going to act most of the time much in the way that it normally would. So for example, if it is a great bear, for example, then he's not going to bother with you anymore and you can't target him anymore. He will, though, however, still go out and do what he normally does. For example, go out and hunt. So if he finds Hala or something like that that he wants to chase, he's going to go chase Halas. If he happens to stumble upon a group of enemies that you happen to also be interested in fighting, well, guess what? He's going to fight with you. So it's kind of like a little alliance that you make with the wildlife and with your enemies sometimes here in Dragon Age Inquisition. Now, the really interesting thing on top of that is not only do you keep this permanent, endless living pet, but you can also keep doing this again and again. Keep, for example, killing an enemy, and then there'll be a spirit, right? Now you've already got a permanent pet, now you've got the spirit. Do the exact same thing. Stop, disengage, save your game, reload that same game save, and now you will have another permanent pet out. Results may vary wildly. I've found some really interesting results just in the few tests that I've made. For example, two different giants may act completely differently. One may stand there and do nothing until something hits him. Another may continue normally like a giant would, wandering around and picking fights with things or something like that. You can do this with ambient creatures, for example the Hala, but of course the Hala is just going to keep doing what Halas do, which is be scared of you and then run away. If you do this, I found probably the strangest results coming from enemy humanoids. For example, the Red Templars. If you kill a Red Templar, and you've still got him as a spirit, you save your game and reload, they're going to still be Red Templars when you come back into the game save, and it's actually going to be the entire group all over again. Another interesting result I had was I was fighting some other kind of humanoid enemies, and it seemed almost like they were following me. It was pretty funny, and then I turned around and suddenly all of them had changed into Red Templars. So there you guys have it. That's by far one of the most interesting little tricks, obviously some kind of bug or whatever, that I found here in Dragon Age Inquisition. This will, again, allow you to have a pet of some sort that will stay out permanently. It'll still act the same way that it would normally do in most cases, so it's not going to follow you. Even the normal spirits don't follow you, right? And if you keep saving and reloading once you have a spirit out and you're obviously not in combat, then potentially you can make endless amounts of these. So infinite living and endless amounts of pets here in Dragon Age Inquisition is pretty interesting. It's really not viable, really, for your adventures, but it is a fun way to create some chaos and pit giant versus giant, or giant versus Bronto and stuff like that. So have fun out there, Necromancers. I finally found an interesting way to make this specialization interesting here in Dragon Age Inquisition. I want to know what you guys think in the comment section below. Click the like button to support these Dragon Age Inquisition videos, and I'll keep them coming out as quick as I can. Thanks again for watching. My name is Kinetic, and I'll see you next time.